Okay, day 29. You can see that everything that I have is strewn across. So you take care of your toiletries first, like you get your teeth brushed, and then you make sure that that stuff is able to get into the bag, because you don't want to be messing with that like first thing or last thing, because you want to make sure that you got yourself taken care of first, and then all this stuff is going to be then put into your bags, and I'm going to kind of show a picture of how that happens, and then all of it gets put onto the bike. And that's kind of what the morning routine is like. You wake up, take care of what you need to, and then put everything on your bike, get your shoes on, get out the door, and that's pretty much it. But I wanted to give you guys the full picture of kind of how a full day goes from behind the scenes. Okay, other notable things that you should remember is that if you leave something and it's not pertinent and you're like already really far away and you can just get it again, sometimes it's worth it to just leave it. But you have to make sure you have all your critical items. Like I go through my phone, keys, wallet, and then any other item where if I don't have it, or it's gonna be a bunch of money if I lose it, I go through that item. Like I wouldn't want to leave my tent or my sleeping bag or something that costs a lot or that I really actually need. So you want to go through those items, make sure that all your electronics are charged, and then you should be set to go on the road. We're gonna go get some breakfast now, and that's pretty much the morning routine. But then after that, we hit the road. Okay, so our hotel has breakfast, so that's really just the play for the day. And I just usually get like one of everything so that my plate is full. And breakfast, usually you just want to get enough in you so that you can get a few hours down the road, and then you can figure out the next place to eat typically. But if you don't have a place to stop, then you'll want to go ahead and get a lot of breakfast. Okay, so we're outside now. We're ready to take off. We're gonna go to the gas station quick, and then we are going to head out of town. Shlomo, how you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, ready.
We're gonna get going. Day 29, you filthy animals. On this specific portion of the route, there have been a ton of farm animals. Goats. Over here, I think there's 2 donkeys right there. There's just been like all like cows, goats, horses in this area. It must be a big area for that type of thing. So pretty cool. And it's a fun ride. The hills are nice. They're not as big as the other hills. They're kind of rolling, so you feel like you can get up the next one by going down the last one. So pretty good. We're gonna keep going. right, since I promised a kind of breakdown of the day, we did stop just now in Fairgrove and have drank some water. We've probably gone 15 miles. In that 15 miles, we've stopped 3 times for water and whatnot. We're trying to get a little bit better about our hydration and things having to do with that. We think it's pretty important. And so that's the story right now. Is that we're stopping for water, and then we're gonna go probably another 10 miles up the road and stop again and do it again until we get to our destination. Pretty short day today. I think about 35 to 40 miles. Nothing huge, and we're camping for the night. This stuff is good for when you're hungry on the trail. Lots of calories. This is actually my personal favorite, though. I do like these. For food, I tend to lean more on the fish side of things. I like fish on the trail, so sometimes I get canned fish, tuna, or I get the packets. They have different flavors too. I just really like the fish, and I mean, I can eat eggs and bacon and beef and all that easily every day at a diner, but you don't get a lot of like the good nutrients that I feel like you kind of need, and fish gives you that, plus the nuts. They don't have much salt or anything like that. And they're heart healthy, so I try to get power food when I can, and fish seems to fill that. Got the oatmeal and the cherry pies for breakfast. I'm a green tea guy, so I'm gonna go with this green tea purple blueberry, and I'll have that usually in the morning as well. So the next task is getting all the food that we have now, and then making sure that it can fit in our bags. So we got to take some of our bags off to make sure we have room, and then I'll kind of tell you guys how I do it. It should also be noted that I do have an onion. I have had that in my pack for some time now, and I haven't used it because we've been not camping very often. But it looks like I'm having salmon onion soup tonight, and I have this seasoning that I've been packing as well that I've been wanting to use. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are at camp now. I'm going to show you guys a little time lapse of Shlomo putting his tent together. But just before I show you that, because that is part of a full day, is putting up your tent. You take off everything from your bike and you put it in area that's good. You put it in an area that's good for your usage. So I'm going to show you just where I put it, and I think Shlomo puts all of his stuff inside the tent. But basically, I put it right here in this little pocket, and then if it rains, I can just unhook this and cover everything. All the waterproof bag can just stay on the outside. I hope you guys can see that, all right? All the waterproof bags can stay on the outside, and then anything that's not waterproof has to go underneath the tent. But really, you can just fit everything inside this little space in the tent. And then depending on what type of tent you have, since I have a one-person tent, it obviously doesn't have that much room, but Shlomo has a two-person tent, so he's able to fit everything inside his tent. And then the bikes, we usually lock together at night. So tonight we will do probably the same thing, although we are pretty far out into the boonies. We'll probably still lock them together because that's just a safer option. So that's kind of what it looks like from day beginning to day end. I'm gonna take a shower, and I probably won't be inviting you guys into that. Here is the shower for today. A nice, quaint little thing. That should be good. And then my partners will be here. Looks like we got a cool van nearby. And a tractor. And that there is the shower again. And this is how we end the night. The fire. The sun is setting. Wake up early tomorrow. 6 o'clock. Get out by 6:30 and we're on the road. And that's a full day in the life of a cyclist bike touring. If I had words to make a day for you, I'd sing you a morning, golden and true. I'd make this day last for all time and give you a night deep in moonshine.